Not every home in America needs or gets a residential fire sprinkler system. But on this project, as soon as they activated the third floor as living space, it now forced a code requirement, either to have special means of egress from the third floor or a residential sprinkler system. But the egress wasn't that simple, so it's a sprinkler. Scott Kelly and his crew have the job of putting in a properly sized fire sprinkler system into this building. Hello, Scott, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Take us through the process. Where do you start?
So we get a set of drawings and we take a look at that. We determine how many heads are going to be necessary for the rooms. They work on square footage, so from there we figure out if it's 1 or 2 or however many.
So do you have to size this for all the heads going off at the same time?
No, we actually only have to size it for 2 of the heads going off in this case.
Which 2?
The 2 most remote heads, which would be the farthest, which would be in the 3rd floor.
Okay, so you want to get water all the way to the farthest point. Now does that determine the pipe size?
No, what actually determines the pipe size is the available water that would be in the street. And about a week ago we did a hydrant flow test in the street to determine what kind of volume and pressures we had to work with.
Okay, so you know how much you need and you know how much you got.
That's correct.
Cool. And then you put it into a plan?
Then we put it into an engineered set of plans and we send those plans to the local authority for their review and for their approval.
Okay. All right, so I see here's the basement layout and the first floor layout. And there's your manifold assembly with check valves to protect the water supply.
That's correct. So we're going to have a new water line that comes in and it's going to go through a double check valve into our riser manifold assembly. The reason for the double check valve is to make sure that none of the water goes back into the public supply.
Right, you don't want to contaminate potable water with non-potable water.
That's correct. And this is our manifold assembly. Water will come in here. So there's a little flapper right in here, and if a head were to go off, that flapper would engage the alarm, letting the fire department know.
That's a good thing.
We would see our drop in pressure because the head would be open. Yep. And we have our drain to drain the system.
Right, so this is like the control center, this is the source, and it's going to come out. And now you've run steel pipe here. It's almost like the roots of a tree. They're big down here, and as they branch takeoffs, they can get smaller. They come to here, and then they work up to the leaves right here, the head.
That's correct.
Are you going to run steel all through the building?
No, we're only using steel in portions of the basement. So up here we'll use CPVC.
CPVC, not steel. Good.
That's correct. This is going to go in the ceiling trusses, concealed above the ceiling.
Hide it everywhere.
Could go in the walls if it was going to be a wall sprinkler. Right. You know, wherever we have a sprinkler head, what we're going to see is going to the plate, whether it's coming out of the wall, okay, or whether it's coming out of the ceiling.
All right, so that's not bad. I mean, it goes away. It's a lot better than this, but
it's downstairs, right?
But I don't want to tell you, there's some people that would say they don't really like seeing that
Some
either.
people don't like seeing that. So we do have options. We can have them in different colors. We have a black one here.
Yep.
If we still don't like the way that looks, we have concealed sprinkler heads, which will match your finished ceiling. And in this case, this will melt off, drop down, and this sprinkler head will activate.
Great. What's not to love about that? That just makes it just disappear.
It does. And if you still don't like that, we can have some more options.
Sure.
We can get almost any matched paint color.
That's great.
And further, now we can also match pretty much any kind of finish that you're thinking. Wow. Absolutely.
All right, well, there's a lot of options. Come a long way since that was the only choice, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Now these heads, there's a fair amount of engineering in these, isn't there?
There is. Let's go set one off.
All right. Sounds like fun.
So we set up this demonstration for you.
That's
We're going to show you how these go off. These are the most common temperatures that you'll find in a residential application. This is 155 degree. We're going to find different temperatures in laundry rooms, possibly kitchens, possibly.
Yeah, you use the right thing in the right place.
That's correct. And the water is going to go into the sprinkler, the glycerin-filled bulb is going to break, and the water will hit the deflector, and it'll go out in the pattern that will help put the fire out.
And it'll put the fire out. All right, well that is cool. I hope we never have to see it in real life, but I want to thank you for sharing it with us. All right.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.